He offered for him, and I was like, yeah, it makes more sense. Do it. Hmm. I mean, the only thing with the Atletico thing is different because they've had the same manager for like God knows like a decade or however long it's been, right?
That's also true.
They've had the
But
same.
these guys rinsed
That's what I'm
through
saying.
managers, and it's always been old managers. Let me go check the ages, obviously. But like, it's always. I've never seen a young Dortmund
Tuchel's
manager.
not that old.
Okay, apart from Tuchel, but Tuchel left.
Is
I'm
Klopp
saying
that
that
old?
they
Like
just
Klopp, like he's not.
no. But I'm talking about the ones that were fired literally for the same reason because they can't get out of this patch of third, second, second, third, sec. And this is they
That's
want to
just
try and
because
get out of it. They're trying to get a new young manager who's had to deal with a lot of what do you call it, selling and blah 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 blah. And he still progressed with that Leverkusen team to push them into fourth this year after finishing sixth. So it's on the incline. So if that, if anything, it shows something. But I don't know.
we haven't
Dortmund
like.
lost.
I don't know why Dortmund think you. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know if they're
Maybe
like,
because when I played against them, we had very 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 good games when we played against them.
yeah, that's true. You had good games, but I don't know. In no world does Dortmund think, yeah, we want the Leverkusen guy who finished sixth and fourth, which is like average. It's
Yeah.
not bad.
Okay.
It's not
So
worse because there's context to the
then
first, the sixth,
the last managers were.
and fourth is where you should be. So like, what have you done to like get the jump?
No, I haven't done anything to get a massive jump. That's the thing. But I've had to deal with all of the best players gone. Think about it.
Yeah, but if you do it,
Everything gone.
yeah, I know.
That's it. That's
If
what I
you
mean.
Yeah, but if you'd done that and then done a better than expected, finished third this year,
Oh,
finished
then I could
fourth
have
last
asked for
year.
the Dortmund job. I would have asked, like, could I? And I would have the best case to go if they once they gave me the offer. Yes,
That's
but
what
I
I'm
can't.
saying.
I
I don't
literally
know.
I missed third by 2 points. Like, don't do
Like,
that and say, oh
I
my
don't know about.
god.
I don't know about like you're basically saying because you survived, that's good enough. I'm like,
Okay.
no big teams looking at a guy who
Their manager
survived. It's
right
like what?
now is 46 years old. No, 40.
It's
He's
average,
41 years old.
average and all
Then the
for a
manager
manager.
before was 57.
Okay, that's odd.
Then oh, okay, okay. We got some history on this manager. Yes, thank you. He was signed in December. Sorry, yeah, he was appointed December 13, 2020. Yeah, his reign lasted 15 days. I'm guessing that was interim, and then he got appointed yet again in December. Yeah, December 2020 again. He lasted his job till June 30th. That was literally 180 days of managing them, and then they told him to fuck off. They got him Marco Rose. Then he got fired in May 2020. In May 2022. And then they signed this guy in July the 1st. So basically, what's happened is they've tried him for 2 years and they've not liked him yet again, and they want him gone again. They've had him before. They tried it again. It didn't work.
Well, no, but it hasn't not worked. This is what I'm saying. Like, if Dortmund had done like nothing, there's like, no, do you know what I
But
mean?
it's no improvement.
If it was one of the two, yeah, but some things you like, you can't be unrealistic. You can't. The only upwards of second is first, which would be an unrealistic expectation. To be like they haven't won the league yet. What the hell? They must want him out. Like no, that's not how it works. Like
Let me just
if
check that
Arsenal
quickly.
continuously finish second, nobody's gonna be like, what? No improvement. They haven't won. Like nobody's saying that. Like that's what I'm saying. If Dortmund had underperformed or you have excelled, either of the two, I would be like, cool. But Dortmund have just done what Dortmund always do, and you've just done, enough to keep your job and stuff, and like just chill.
Dortmund got out of their group. Then
So it's like,
once
do
they
you know
got
what
out
I
of the
mean?
group,
That's what I'm really like. I'm like, in a year's time, if you have a great year
yeah,
this
they
year,
got knocked out in the round of 16, man.
two,
City,
okay,
but like still got knocked out. But yeah, the
that
point
doesn't
I'm
help
making
anything.
from what they did in DFB, very cool. Oh, bro. They they sold to Augsburg in the semis. They would have had a clear path to beat Eintracht in the. Sorry, they would have beat Hoffenheim in the finals.
Okay,
Sorry, Schalke in the finals.
okay. That's not enough to get
They
fired.
sold in the quarters actually. They sold in the quarters.
It's not enough for him to get
Augsburg.
fired. It's not enough for him to be like, wow, yeah, we got to blow this whole up. We lost in the semis. Nah.
Okay, let me actually
Do you know what I
find
mean?
out
Like,
where he finished
like I'm.
when he got fired.
It's, it's like I think 1 or 2 more years,
I
and
think
yeah,
you're hating right now.
I'm not hating at all, Arav. You're just pushing, like you're just pushing for something that you want.
No,
I feel like it's the
it's
other way
not
around.
a
You're just
thing of
saying
that.
no.
No, because
Because
I
why would you say
literally said,
yes?
"Oh yeah," to the Atletico one because it made sense. This makes more sense in my
No,
opinion.
it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
It does in my opinion. In my
No,
opinion, this makes
if
way
you just
more
if you just
sense.
look at it with no context, it makes more sense. Leverkusen to Dortmund. Oh, that jump is way smaller than Celta Vigo to Atletico Madrid, right? If you look at it with no context, it makes more sense. Yeah, but there's context. So like, the context is Dortmund are doing fine and doing good. You are doing fine, and yeah, you're doing fine. Dortmund are doing fine. So I don't see where the oh we need to switch it up is coming from, right? You haven't done anything to gain a big jump, right? And you're at a good club, right?
This is what
I
I'm
was at
thinking.
Celta Vigo. I took them
Okay,
from an expected.
they finished. They finished second the year he got fired. They finished second the year he got fired. So
Okay.
and they made it to the. They won
You
the
mean the
Bundesliga title
interim
that year.
thing or the year he got?
No, no, the year
So
he actually got
this is
fired.
his third tenure.
This is yes, technically, but he only had the interim for like 20 days.
Okay, so it doesn't really count, yeah.
So it's his second tenure.
What'd you call it? Um, what what I'm not hearing is their need for you. Why would they look in world football and think you, even if they were looking to move on,
Young
they,
prospect
what they'd look to do is to get
in the
in
same league, wins the
somebody
league
who's,
now.
this is, no, but it's not a rebuild, like, they don't need a young prospect, that's what I'm saying.
Thomas Tuchel said, "Yeah,
This is a,
Brody, he's the
this
one."
is a come in and perform.
Thomas
That's
Tuchel
the
said,
case that
"Yeah,
you're
Brody,
making.
he's the one."
That's the case that you're making though, isn't it? You're making a case that they're looking for somebody to come and win them the league. Why would they look at the guy
In
who's
a
just,
couple years, yeah.
that's not the case you're making then.
Dortmund finished third last year. Now they finished second. So what I'm saying is they're stuck in that little branch.
Yeah,
They want someone to get them out of it. So
but why
they
would they
want to
look at
trust in
you
a
for that
young
job?
manager. They're gonna trust in a young manager that's been in the same league, like they did with Nagelsmann when they finished third in the league. Yeah,
Like, what I'm saying is, okay,
yeah,
my
has
kind
the
of point
job.
is like, if you were at the Dortmund job and you consistently did second, would me or Harry have any right to say, oh, this year, if you don't win the league, you're fired? Like, no. Unless your team is insane. If their team isn't better than Bayern's yet. If their team's I'm saying, if he was underplaying in any way, I'd hear you. I'm trying to find something, but there's actually nothing. You're just trying to force a move that is a bit premature, I feel like. I feel
It's
like you
not
spend this,
premature.
it feels very premature. It feels
Bro,
like,
your team, you went from 11th in the league to
okay,
Celta.
then let me explain this. Cool. So, Celta Vigo, the last 10 years, only once have finished above 10th place. So I took that team to 10th place in the first year when they were expected to finish like 14th, 15th, right? So did way better, right? Playing good football. And then um halfway into the second season, I was in top
You're
six
ninth,
on
yes.
equal points with Atletico Madrid. So then they
Bro, I basically finished third, man. I was 2 points off, and it was literally last day. That's why.
what
Oh,
you, like,
Lord.
you just didn't though. Like I know what you're saying. I hear it. It's tough.
This guy.
I'm not even being
Whatever.
that
You're
guy.
literally bit nice.
Arav,
Fine,
no,
fine,
you're doing,
fine.
no, don't do that, don't do that,
No.
because when you're doing that, you're not saying that I'm being unfair. I'm literally
No,
breaking
it
down
is unfair, man.
I'm breaking down every angle of it.
Harry said, "I say you can win. You can with 2 seasons of high expectations. Don't win anything in that time. You have to go. It can be any trophy, though, even a Super Cup after the first year.
So what is your case? What is actually your case for why Dortmund want to hire
Dortmund
you?
want to trust in a young, what do you call it, a high potential manager that's known the league.
You see, known the league. You've played in it for 2 years, so it's not like you know the
2
league.
years, yes.
It's like you've got experience. Like
Experience in the league.
it's
Yes,
ain't
sorry,
okay,
not
okay.
known the league.
Yeah,
Experience in the league,
yeah.
and has already dealt with, what do you call it, certain players already in this team. So like Tapsoba, I've dealt with a couple of these people. Actually, that's pretty last. Okay.
Who
Yeah, actually,
who else is it? It's just up so
But
bad. So
anyway, the youngster part, like I've been with, what do you call it, a lot of youngsters at Leverkusen that have
okay.
dealt with how they played
So okay. So
and
why
how
do they want to
their
fire their man?
enhanced. He was a neo-Nazi. I don't know.
This is what I'm saying.
Let me think. Because he made massive signings this year and still didn't perform up to the
Bruv,
expectation.
Alisson.
Alisson is a massive signing.
Yes, I know it's a massive signing. Alisson doesn't win you a Bundesliga. Their team isn't better than Bayern, so by that logic, they cannot expect. The board's expectation wasn't to win the league this year. Like, if they had underperformed in any way, if you can give me any way they underperformed, or any way that you overperformed, I'm here to say yes. I'm here to say yes. It'd be interesting. Be an interesting arc. But I don't want to just make it too easy and just like, you can just go wherever and we can just all go wherever. Like, nah. If I underperform, I am out of the door. Do you know what I'm saying? If I underperform, I am out of the door. If I overperform, I gain something. You haven't overperformed, they haven't underperformed. So that there's no like negative or positive going it. It's just the way it is. It's zero. It's naught. So I'm not seeing any reason for or against.
They're signing me at the end of the season, meaning they don't want to be with their manager either way. They want to part ways. If it was midway, I would understand. Yeah, okay, fine.
End of the
They are
season's the
second,
same
that
as like.
makes no season.
End of the season's like
No,
the
but
same as start of the
they want
season.
me to have the transfers. They want me to run the show, basically. That's the whole point of this.
Okay, but now you're just adding
That's what they're telling
storylines.
me now.
Now you're just adding storyline to it, which is cool and that.
That's just true.
Like it's a
That's
bit. It's a.
true, though.
Okay, yeah,
The
okay.
team signs you before the season ends is because they want you to run the show.
Yes, but but that goes back to the earlier point of an offer helps your case, but doesn't make your case. You haven't even got one reason for a case. If you had one reason for a case, no, there's not one reason though. There isn't. You're just saying stuff. There isn't one reason because they haven't underperformed in any way. You haven't overperformed in any way, and we both acknowledge that it's a big jump, right? So then there's no case for you. Now the offer, yes, if it came with a you finished above Dortmund, Dortmund finished third, like you won a cup. Like I don't know if you finishing third would be enough, like in my opinion, but like maybe like if you did really well, like you pushed the Dortmund to the edge or something, you were really close to Dortmund, something like that, like you overperformed in some way. Then I hear it, I say yes, innit? If this year you finish third, you really push Dortmund, or Dortmund fall off a little bit, I'm not even doing too much, like I'm actually not.
You're doing too much. Even Harry is literally agreeing with me. Not that you're doing too much.
Harry's not here having this conversation. I feel like if he was here having this conversation, he'd hear my side a lot more. I don't think he's thinking about it like the way I'm thinking about it. He's looking at it from like a not as deep as aspect. Like I really think
if I deep it, it makes sense for you to go.
I feel like if he was here, he'd be and hearing what I'm saying, he'd hear what I'm saying more than what you're saying. Because if you lay out all the facts,
yeah.
Like it's not like I'm trying to like, sabotage you. Like it's really not at that. Like.
No, I don't think you're sabotaging. I think you're being stingy here. That's my problem, but that's fine.
Not at all.
That's something I have to deal with.
Just spend this year and just.
I don't want to. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. That's
Fairs. I know you don't. I know you don't want to, but you said you were like going to before you looked into Dortmund and that.
Because I didn't really have a choice. But
Yeah.
now, this is my big chance. I've been offered it. It's not even like I went there. Oh yeah, give me the job. Nah, none of that. None of that. They wanted me at this club. They want me to.
An offer doesn't. I just okay. Come.
It is.
Hey, I've had to charge them before as well. Yeah, of course you're gonna say that because you're biased, but
Not really, because
you
you went to
you
Athletic
you
and
literally,
from 11th in the league.
Arav, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I hate when you do this and you spin backs, you spin the block, and then you come back with a different angle. Don't do that, because now you just look like a liar.
No, but
Don't
come
do
on,
that.
man.
No, 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 no. Don't do it.
Come
Don't do
on,
it.
man.
Don't
I
do it.
gave it to
Because
you because it made a fair
wait, wait,
reason.
wait, wait, wait,
Yeah, in my
wait,
head, this is a fair
wait,
reason because I gave something of the
wait,
same caliber to you.
wait. No, that's not how it
Can't
should.
even
That's
tell
not.
me
That's
this
never
to
how it should
you.
work. That's never how it should work. It should never work like that. Make that clear. It should never work
What?
like, oh, I gave it to you, so you should give it to me. Never should work.
No, no,
It should
no,
just
no,
work
no,
off
no, no,
facts.
no. Not saying that. I'm not saying that.
But that's like
My
Loki,
thing
what you're
is,
saying.
it's the same caliber move. Why can't I
Yeah.
take it?
Yeah, because it's different context, obviously.
No, it's
Okay,
not.
no, wait,
Bro,
no,
you
I have a
finished
problem.
11th and I
Wait,
finished
okay,
4th.
no, I have a big
Obviously,
problem
my
with
team is
this.
better.
I have a big problem with this. I have a big problem with this. You can't spin the block and then say, oh, because all I was saying at that time was, I don't really like know if I really want to move to South Vigo. I asked you guys. I didn't say. I wasn't even like. I wasn't keen on it. I was like, of course I was keen on it, but I wasn't pushing for it because even me a bit. I was like, it's a big move, but I laid out all the facts and with the context of it. If there's no Diego Simeone, I don't make this move. It's the context of it. It's the context of this specific club at a specific time. The context of it, right? It all comes to context because you can't move to a club without the other manager being fired, right? So what I'm saying is, don't spin the block and then say, because now you just look weird. Now you just look weird. You look like you was just lying, or you was just like, don't do that. You can never say yes to something and then go back and say, oh, but like
No,
I only.
I'm not gonna go back. No,
That's what
I'm
you
not
just said. You
going
just
back and
said like
saying,
I went to
no,
11th to thingy.
dog,
That's not. It's not
dog, you're
involved
not
in this.
understanding.
I am.
I'm saying, no, you're not. You're not. You're literally not understanding.
Okay, what am I not understanding?
I wouldn't take it back. Your deal with. I'm saying, it's mine is literally on the same circumstances as the same thing. You finished. What do you call it? Where you expected maybe a space above. And I literally finished where I was expected. And in the first season, I got to the semi-finals of the DFB Cup. I know that's not massive. Still got to the semi-finals. Yeah, got my what do you call it? I couldn't even do anything with the Champions League. Like that was just like insane. Barca and PSG in my group. Yeah, fine. But then I'm saying in the second season, yeah, I lost everyone in the first season and still managed to keep myself afloat. Yeah. Brought it back in the second half of the season from
Yeah, you're saying all this
10th to
stuff that
6th.
I know.
Yeah.
We just spoke about.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, I'm trying to remind you. I had to bring myself afloat from 10th to 6th, yeah. And then the second season, I had to start to change the formation, build it again, work and orchestrate it all over again. Yeah, change the formation, change everything with a new team, with some new players. Yeah, didn't even bring in high-profile players.